Hey everybody, welcome back. This is the High Octane Podcast. I'm your host Bob. I'm sorry I'm moving stuff around. This whole new setup didn't quite go to plan. Microphones aren't going to work, so we're going to have to send them back. So we're kind of going back, kind of old school, for at least one more week. But anyway, whatever. You live and learn. You trial and error. You find out what works and find out what doesn't. And what we bought didn't work. So here we are. But we're going to use the booms. I'm not going to hold the microphone, so that's actually pretty nice. But anyway, like I said, welcome back, High Octane Podcast. I'm your host. My co-pilot will be late, Sergio. He's got some work shit going on, but he will be here later. I just don't know when. But yeah, so welcome back, return viewers and return viewers. Thank you for returning. New viewers, welcome. We appreciate you checking us out. So we're gonna get right into the "What Are We Drinking" segment. Get that done real quick. So, what are we drinking? All right. So what are we drinking? Well, technically just me for now. I went French again this week, but I did not. I did not buy Hennessy again. I thought about it, but I didn't want to. I didn't want to double up in what 2 weeks. But I did go French. I bought an Armagnac. This is Jean Cave, I guess you would call it. I don't fucking know. I'm not a snoot ass Frenchie, but it's an Armagnac. Like I said, it's very similar to cognac. It's just made in a different region of France. Blah blah blah. But it's very very smooth. It's very very good. 40%. You know, typical. Uh, like I said, it's French. Um, it's good stuff. So it was only $40, so I recommend you give that a shot. It's actually cheaper than Hennessy, and I would venture to say probably better, but I'll leave that up to you to decide. It's all subjective anyway. But here I'll do the normal clink and cheers, and don't drink and drive. All right, that's out of the way. This week, it's the same thing as we've been doing, just a bunch of random stuff. I found a couple lists, a couple recalls, some random stuff, an update on the new DeLorean, stuff like that. So we're going to do a little bit of Nürburgring stuff. And actually, speaking of that, I've got to pull up something real quick. So bear with me one moment. Let's see, Nürburgring. That's not what I want. Let's see. This is one of the lists that I found. It's about the fastest American cars to have ever been around the Nürburgring, and I found a while back. I found like some general information about the Nürburgring, like elevation changes, how long it is. All right, I guess this one will work. I don't think this is the exact same thing I found back then, but I think this will get the point across. Oh, let's see. How do I make this bigger? I need it bigger. Open image in new tab. Okay, that'll work. All right, so like I said, the first thing we're going to talk about are the 10 fastest American cars around the Nürburgring. Well, all right, we're not going to get into that yet because it's a list. Let's do. Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? No, not that. Not that. Okay. We'll do these quick recall. I don't need to share the screen on this because you don't need to see it. It's just a recall. Ford is recalling 49,000 ish vehicles due to batteries overheating, and this is in the new Mustang Mach E, fully electric SUV crossover utility vehicle, if you will. For those of you that don't like me calling small SUVs. So I corrected myself. I don't want to hear any feedback. Apparently, the batteries will overheat due to a software error, and it results in unintended acceleration, unintended deceleration, or unintended vehicle movement, which the unintended vehicle movement is kind of irrelevant and redundant at that point. Acceleration, deceleration, that's movement, dumbasses. But 49,000 plus is what the article says. All Mustang Mach-E's for involuntary movement, forward, backward, whatever you want to take away with that. That's pretty bad though. I'm sorry, but I don't want my vehicle to move unless I intend for it to move. So yeah, that's pretty bad. Get your shit together, Ford. It's just software, bro. Oh well. I don't care. They're ugly pieces of shit anyway. So if you bought one, shame on you. And hopefully it doesn't involuntarily move. But if it does, I hope you're not in it, and I hope it's destroyed. So another thing that I found that is absolutely ridiculous. It's up in New York, so it doesn't affect most of us. But I found it to be a bit ridiculous. So New York has implemented another bitchy little thing that they're going to fine you for, a substantial fine, actually. If your car is too noisy from your aftermarket exhaust, the state of New York will now fine you $1,000 for that. Like, are you kidding me? That is the most expensive exhaust system violation in the country, and it's simply for being too loud. Again, subjective, and I'm sure a lot of. Oh, it says they're bumping it from $150 to $1,000. Now, what constitutes too loud? I wonder if it says in here. Probably not. Oh, here's a comment. 95 decibel measurement is what most states measure, according to Scooby RVA. I don't know who that is. It was just a random comment on this website. I don't know. I just think that's ridiculous. Like, you have to monitor your exhaust level. I understand exhaust can be too loud, but I mean, come on, $1,000? That's ridiculous. I mean, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I mean, California and New York, they're the two bitchiest, just the most highly regulated states in this country. And I honestly have no desire to go to either one, even though I have been through New York. I've never spent any time there, but I don't know. That whole skyline on the river in between New York and New Jersey, it was cool. Seeing all those giant buildings, seeing the Statue of Liberty and all that shit, but I don't know. They're just so bitchy up there. Like, can't have guns, too loud exhausts. Meh. Governor Kathy Hochul. I don't know if that's how you actually say that, but she's a biatch. Yeah, I said it. I don't care. I'm not scared. What's up, broski? To my brother, Christopher. Welcome, my friend. Just getting into it, really. Just blabbing off at the mouth. You can join if you like. Sergio's not here, like I said, for who knows how long. But yeah, if you want to come in. I don't care. Exhaust. Just watch it if you're in New York, or you will be fined heavily. So I think that's bullshit. But what do I know? I don't know. What do I know? I know that's bullshit. Geez. All these are lists that I found this week driving at the moment. I get you. No worries. Yeah, like everything I got today is lists. Okay, we'll go with this one because this is actually very informative, and some of you guys may actually drive some stuff on this list. So I'm going to go with this real quick. This won't take long at all. These are the 10 cars that catalytic converter thieves target the most. So if you drive one of these, you kind of, watch where you park your car. So we're going to go through this real quick. Because I'm not going to get into details at all. Obviously, it's just a list about which cars get their catalytic converters stolen the most. So we're going to go through it. Toyota Prius, obviously, that one from last week. The dude that tried to steal the catalytic converter off of it got ran over, and I thought that was hilarious because you're a douchebag, and I hope you got seriously hurt. So fuck off, asshole. I don't remember if he died or not. I don't wish that on anyone, but if he did, I wouldn't feel bad for him because he's a douche. Chrysler 200. Don't know why, but whatever. I want to say we've actually talked about this before, but I got time to fill, so I'm going to talk about it again. All Toyota Camrys, pretty much, up until 2019. I don't know why that matters. Yeah, we've done this shit before. Yeah, I remember this list. All right, we're not going to do this. Never mind. My bad. I talk about so much shit I don't even remember what we talk about sometimes. Oh well. Okay, let's do an update on the new DeLorean. I've not looked at any of these lists, so kind of bear with me. I'm as in the dark as you guys, but these are updates on the new DeLorean. Apparently, there's 8 things that we just found out about the DeLorean EV not concept, because it's a real thing. It is no longer a concept, dummies. Hot cars, you're a bunch of dumbasses. Anyway, let's just go down through it. 8. It's their Halo car. No shit. It's the only one that they've got, dummies. What the fuck? That's so stupid. Oh my god. I can see. I'm probably gonna get annoyed with this list, but whatever. We're gonna do it. It's their Halo car, obviously. Duh. That was moot. Okay, number 7. Nothing like its famous predecessor. Again, no shit. Other than the gull wing doors, it's all new. Everything is new. Obviously, nothing's carried over. It's so much more technologically advanced, way more powerful, better looking, in my opinion. Other than the gull wing doors, yeah, obviously. Duh. That's not new. That's not groundbreaking information. Who wrote this article? I need to. Brian something douchebag. Anyway. Yeah, number 7. Number 6. Previews a would-be Grand Tourer. What do you mean would-be? This is a Grand Tourer. It's a 2-door, 4-seat, gigantic car. That's what a Grand Touring car is. What it would be? It is a Grand Tourer, dipshit. This is already pissing me off, and we've only gone through 3 things. Like, what the hell? Oh boy, these people are dumb. I could write a better article than this. All these pictures that you're seeing are awesome, though. I like it in red. I like it in this whatever this color is. I guess it's white. I don't know. Yeah, white. I don't know what all colors are going to be available. Of course, all electric powertrain. Nothing new. We knew that already. 100 kilowatt battery pack. I don't know how much power exactly it's going to make, but I'm hoping it's a good amount. It needs to be between at least 500 and 600 horsepower. It needs to be all-wheel drive, but we'll see. We'll talk about this up until like everything is official and its debut, and it's actually rolling down the road. I know I showed you guys that video, but I don't think I think that was all like a rendering kind of video. Okay, here are some numbers for you guys. No, that's the Tesla. Okay, it's going to do at least 300 miles on a charge, which it needs to be a lot higher than that. And I guess the top speed is 155, which is nothing. And they say it'll do 0 to 60 in 2.9, so it's obviously going to have some power, which that's good. So I don't know. I mean, it looks good from the front too. That's a good view. I like that. Next is designed by Ital Design, which okay, that makes sense. They've designed some very nice looking vehicles, and this is one of those. Okay, I didn't know that. That's cool. Good for Giorgetto. I'm not even going to try. Never mind. It's some Italian dude. But good job on your design there, buddy. I'm a fan. Now just put some power underneath it, and you're good to go. I have to say I'm not a huge fan of the wheels though. But most of the current EV wheel designs aren't great, so they're they're on par, I guess. Massive, iconic gull wing doors. Yes, we've seen them in just about every picture we've seen. This is not. None of this is new. Like, what is? Why is the? What is the point of this list? I have no idea. It's so stupid. They are massive. I agree with that, but it's a 2+2 and it's a coupe, so yeah, they have to be gigantic. Dipshit. This list is annoying me. If you guys have not picked up on that. Anyway, reveal is coming next month. I'm very much looking forward to it. When exactly? Oh, it's going to be at the Concours d'Elegance in Pebble Beach. I don't exactly know when that is, but you guys can just Google it, look it up if you want. But production won't start until 2024. Oh, Jesus, this is stupid. 88 limited edition track only cars completing the first run. That's totally asinine. That's a waste of fucking money. They hot cars, if you want to take their word at this, close to $200,000 per car. So the mass majority of us will not be able to even afford it, but only 88 people are going to get it regardless. So good luck. If you're able to afford it and you're able to get your hands on one or even put on the list, which I doubt. But I think it's a cool ass car. The back glass, those louvered back glass thing that needs to go away. I don't like that look, but I'm weird apparently. So, and maybe that's just in concept form because they're not driving it, obviously. But of course, that affects rearward visibility. Sorry, I'm a little tired, but I'm here anyway. I do this for you guys. All right. Actually, I do it for me, but you're a bonus. I appreciate you guys watching and listening to me blab on about what I think is interesting anyway. But that's 8 things that they just found out about the DeLorean Alpha 5 concept, which we already knew most of. This article is from, can I do math? 11 days ago. None of this is groundbreaking or new, actually. So this was a really pointless article for him to write. But I love the interior. This is actually the best view of the dash layout that we've actually seen so far. But I don't know if this is 100% what it's going to look like because these are all renderings and concept, whatever bullshit. But if this is what the car is actually going to look like, I'm 100% on board with it. I love it. Come at me, bro. I know they're EVs. I don't care. I don't. All right, so we're gonna get into this Nürburgring list, but first I gotta drop some knowledge on you hoes. I don't know where that came from. You're not hoes. I love you. Some statistics on the Nürburgring. And for those of you that don't know, the Nürburgring is the the longest racetrack in the world. It's based in Germany. They do 24-hour races. It's open to the public. Anyone can go drive on it at any time, as long as it's, there's no like event going on. You literally go drive any kind of car. You can rent a car in Germany, just take it to the Nürburgring and freaking do laps on it. It's insane. But some quick stats on the Nürburgring. It's 12.8 miles in distance, in length, has 73 corners. Hang on, I got to get a little closer to the screen here. I don't know what this stat is. Highest point is 620 meters. In feet, that's about 2,000 feet, roughly. I'm converting and doing it in my head. Probably that's a little less than 2,000 feet. And then lowest point is 320 meters, so that's about 1,000 feet, roughly. Race fatalities, that's a stat. 3 to 12 per year. It's actually the deadliest track in history too. A lot of people have died on this track. And then I think I don't know what all the bullshit is, but it's just some quick stats. Like those are the main like most important ones. I know the elevation change is pretty crazy, and it's got the costs of like if you want to go and drive the track. These are the costs. If you want to know a little bit more, just do some Googling and you'll be able to find a better some better information. This was just a quick thing that I pulled up, and that's just the basic stuff. But it's a pretty iconic track. I've obviously never been to it in real life. I've messed around on video games on the track. It's really fun in the virtual world, but I'm sure it's even better in real life. I want to get over there, obviously, and then go to it and drive on it and do all that. Who knows if I ever will, but that's a bucket list thing of mine. So hopefully, maybe one day I'll pull that shit off. But we're going to talk about the 10 fastest American cars that have ever been around that track, and I'm sure it'll give us the times and all that. Now I know if you're a sub 8-minute lap on the Nürburgring, that's extremely impressive. But I know sub 10 is like production car. Like that's what they shoot for, is sub 10 minutes to get around it. So let's see how many American cars have beaten that 10-minute mark. So let's get right into it. The number 10. Oh, Jesus. All right. We're starting under 8 minutes. Holy crap. Okay. All of these have destroyed that 10-minute mark. All right. Whatever. The current Ford Mustang Shelby GT500. I know it. Okay. This is not the most current one. What year is this stupid ass thing? I don't. It doesn't say. This is not the most current, the most up to date current version, because I know those make over 800 horsepower. This one makes 650 and 600 foot-pounds of torque, which is still decent. Yeah, I did it in under 7 minutes 40 seconds. That's moving. Like even for a Mustang, which everyone knows I'm not a fan of, this thing moves, and apparently it handles well, and it doesn't look all that terrible either. This thing managed to beat the Lamborghini Murcielago LP640 and the SLS AMG. Very impressive, considering this car is what, 80 grand? And both of those other cars are, well, the LP640 was probably a 450 new, and then the SLS AMG was between 2 and 3. So there you go. It beat the absolute shit out of both of those ultra high-end exotic cars. Average speed was around 100 miles an hour. which is actually really good because there's not a lot of fast areas of the track. It's very technical in a lot of areas. You don't get a lot of speed in too many areas on the Nürburgring. There's a couple areas where you can get it up, but not a lot. So averaging 100 is really really good. So there's the Mustang. Number 9 is the older 5th gen Z28. This thing was a monster. It did it in 737 and a half. It only made 500 horsepower and 470 foot-pounds of torque, but it was a handling monster. It had the widest front tires in the industry at the time, and I would venture to say, still to this day, it still may. They were 305 millimeters wide in the front, which is unheard of. Average speed was 101, so a little bit higher than the Mustang. It outperformed the Lexus LFA and the 458 Italia from Ferrari. So that's bragging rights right there. I mean, that's crazy because this thing was 60 grand new. The LFA was a $400,000 car, and the 458 Italia was, I don't know, 250, 300. So yeah, that's saying something right there. This car outperforming both of those. And it's a striking vehicle. It's really really good looking, and this isn't my favorite body style Camaro, but the Z28 was the shit, and I love those wheels. Those wheels, those bitch. Okay, number 8 is the C8 Corvette. It doesn't specify a year, but it did it in 729.9, which is way faster than the Camaro. Like 8 seconds faster. Holy shit. That's crazy time. And it only makes 495 horsepower, 470 foot-pounds of torque, but it is mid-engine. So that gives it a little bit of an advantage, acceleration-wise and handling-wise, because you don't get that crazy oversteer from a front-engine rear-drive car. Why are you showing us a... Okay, see, this is what pisses me off about these fucking websites. This is specific to the C8, but they're showing us the C7. Why? Seriously? Get your shit together on your pictures, you assholes. They're completely different cars. Like, what the hell are you doing? Oh my god. Anyway, it beat the SLS AMG GT and the 911 Carrera S around the Nürburgring, and both of those cars are way more expensive than the C8. Retail markups, they're not as, they're not quite as like the price disparity is not quite as large after markups, of course, but retail, yeah, the SLS AMG GT I think is 180 or 200. Then the Carrera 911. I'm not 100% sure on that, but it's way more expensive than the Vet, and the Vet ate their lunch. So good on you, Chevy. 2 cars so far. 7.5 minutes. That's impressive as hell. All right. Oh, third GM. All right. This is the 6th gen Z01 729.6, only 0.3 of a second quicker than the Corvette, which Corvette's more impressive, even though this thing was faster. It's 155 more horsepower and almost 200 more foot-pounds of torque. But it's a lot heavier. It's front engine rear drive, doesn't handle as well, big and bulky. 2+2. I mean, it's a grand touring car. But it is the top of the line, so I think it should have done a little bit better. But still, it still did really well for an almost 3,900-pound car. It doesn't give any cars that it beat, but I guess it beat the same cars the Corvette did. There you go. Number 6 is the C6 Z06 Z07 package, which is a handling package. Stiffer suspension, got a little aero bit stuff. I'm not 100% sure what all came with the Z07 package, but It made the Z06 that much better. It had 505 horsepower, 470 foot-pounds of torque, which is right around the C8 numbers. But this thing weighs nothing, and it was a beast of a car, like crazy, crazy car. This isn't my favorite body style of the Corvette, obviously, but I still like the car. The interior is a joke. It's so just basic bitch. It shared in the first year of the C6. It shared the steering wheel of a fucking Cavalier, and I'm sorry, you can't put a Cavalier steering wheel in your flagship car. You can't do that, especially if your flagship car is a Corvette. You just can't do that. Now, I will give them props. That only lasted 1 year. The next year, not much better, but it shared the steering wheel with the Malibu, which whatever. I'm nitpicking now, but it did it in 7 minutes 22 seconds, 22.68 seconds, which is quite a bit faster than these other cars. Almost 7 seconds quicker. That is freaking moving. 7 seconds in racing is an eternity. Average speed of 104, and it beat the AMG GT63S around the Nürburgring. I don't know why they chose that one, but there you go. It destroyed it. Driven by Jim Marrow. I don't know who that is, but he was flying. I'm sure it was fun. Good on you, bro. Okay. Okay. Another wrong picture. Assholes. Number 5. They're talking about the C7. No, the C6 ZR1, the Blue Devil from 09. This is a way wrong picture. All right, whatever. They're talking about the C6 ZR1, and it did it in 3 seconds faster than the Z06, which actually isn't as impressive, but I don't think the ZR1 handles as well as the Z06. Now this thing had a supercharged V8, where the Z06 did not. It just had a giant V8 under the hood. I think this is when they actually introduced the 6.2 to the Corvette, and then they slapped a giant supercharger on top of it to make 640 horsepower and 600 foot-pounds of torque, which at the time was by far the most powerful Corvette they had ever made. Of course, like I said, these are both not the correct pictures at all, and I'm very annoyed by it. Very, very, very annoyed by it. 105 average speed. ZR1 beat the Stingray, obviously. The Ford GT and even the Porsche 911 GT3 RS, which are both by far way more expensive and supposedly better track vehicles, but the ZR1 beat both of them. I don't know by how much. They don't list their times. It doesn't matter because it beat it. So that's what matters. It could have been a tenth of a second. It doesn't matter. It's faster. So screw you, bitches. Anyway, number 4. Man, Chevy is dominating this list. I know some Dodgers are coming though. This is the Z01 with the 1LE package, and if you don't know what that is, it comes with all the aero bits that you're looking at, and it has a supercharged LT4, which is good for 650 horsepower, 650 foot-pounds of torque, which makes it an absolute monster. And this thing just destroyed the Nürburgring. 716.04, which is over 3 seconds faster than the ZR1. Very, very impressive. 106 mile per hour average, and it beat the 911 Turbo S, which is about $100,000 more expensive than this car. So super duper impressive, and it's a beautiful car. I absolutely love this thing. And what we're going to talk about a little bit later, it's just a shame because it's going to go from this to what you're going to see shortly, and it's heartbreaking. Little hint to what we're going to talk about here in a little while. Not a spoiler alert. Hopefully, anyway. We've talked about it in the group. I think I've talked about it on here actually, so probably not going to be too big of a surprise, but very heartbreaking. Anyway, moving on. Again, this is not the correct picture at all. This is the newest Z06, and this is not what we're referring to, you fucking assholes. This is the C7 Z06, bastards. Oh, I'm gonna email them again. I'm gonna do it. All right. C7 Z06 used the exact same engine from that ZL1 1LE, 650 horsepower, 650 foot-pounds of torque. The exact same motor, but in a much lighter package, and it was good for 3 seconds quicker, almost. Let's see, what did it do? 106 mile an hour top speed, and it outperformed the McLaren 720S and the Lamborghini Aventador. Highly impressive, way impressive. The McLaren 720, I want to say around 300, and the Aventador is at least 400. So I think the C7 Z06 was around 75. I mean, it's a no-brainer. Chevy Corvette is literally the performance bargain of like ever. You can't beat it. You just can't. Granted, the interior of the Corvette has not always been great. I will concede that fact. In fact, it didn't even start getting good until 2014. And then they pretty much hit it out of the ballpark with the 2019, with the intro of the C8. 2020? Yeah, it was 2020. But you do what you do. Anyway, I told you some Dodges were coming. These things were insane, though. I mean, they were absolutely insane. Dodge Viper SRT10, the ACR package. And again, if you don't know, the ACR package was it was a handling package, a performance package, if you will. Came with some aero bits and just better suspension and probably better tires and all that bullshit. I'd never been a huge fan of the Viper, but I can't knock these things performance wise. They were absolute monsters on the track. 600 horsepower, 564 pounds of torque from the gigantic V10 under the hood. Let's see, what did it do? 107 mile per hour average. It beat the Corvette ZR1, and it actually beat the 918 Spider. Holy shit! I did not know that. And it being 10 times cheaper, that's way impressive, like stupidly impressive. But now it only beat the Corvette by what? Barely over a second. And I know it's still faster, but the Viper was more expensive at being at over $100,000. So, grand scheme of things, it should have been better. On the other side, the Porsche 918 Spider, that was 800 grand new, and this thing beat it. So that speaks volumes. And kudos to you, Dodge. Okay, this is a later Dodge Viper ACR, Mark V. I don't know. Whatever. So this is I think this was the last version, if you will, of the Viper. It made 645 horsepower and 600 foot-pounds of torque, and you know this ACR package, they called it the ultimate aero package, and it just enhanced the aerodynamics, probably even better suspension, this gigantic rear wing, all that bullshit. But this thing did it in just over 7 minutes 1 second, and it beat the Ferrari 488 Pista, which is probably $400,000 car, and it destroyed the AMG GTR Pro from Mercedes. So, and it had a 109 mile an hour average speed around the track. So, I mean, this thing was kicking the Nürburgring's ass. Now, granted, these are only American vehicles. There have been faster times around the track. I know that there are sub 7 minute times, but those are like ultra lightweight, ultra fast, purposely built, multiple $100,000 cars. They have no air conditioning. They don't have radios. They have one seat. They're stripped down, bare bones, the lightest weight cars imaginable. And yeah, okay, that's fine. But these are cars that you can actually drive on the road every day if you really wanted to. Every single day, you could commute back and forth to work in every single one of these cars easily, very very easily, and people do it. People do it every day. I had a Camaro SS. I drove the thing every single day. Granted, that's not on this list, but I mean, still, you could drive these things every day, and I know people that do. So that's impressive in my opinion. These are everyday vehicles, and they were out there destroying that track. So nice mics and sounds good. Uh, I don't know who you are, but thank you. This is not going to be the permanent setup. This is actually my old mic. Um, we ordered mics and booms and headphones and everything, and the way they plugged in, they just weren't going to work. So we got to send that stuff back, and we're going to figure out another setup. But thank you for your comment. It might be my Aunt Amy. She never signs in, but thank you, whoever you are. I appreciate that. I'm glad I don't have to hold it anymore, even though I'm breathing into it, which I can't help. But thank you. Like I said. Okay, the next one I think we're going to do is going to be 10 sports cars that beat the Europeans at their own game. And like I said, I've not seen this list. I have no idea what all they're talking about. It's just 10, so we're going to go through that really fast. Unless I'm going to talk about them, and we'll see. As we all know, the Europeans, they make ultra high end, ultra expensive, ultra really really good looking vehicles, whether it be from Britain, Italy, Germany, wherever they're coming from. They build world class vehicles all across the board. I don't like them all, but I can't discount the fact that they make some very very world class vehicles. So we're going to talk about the American ones that beat them. Quote. So let's get into it. Number 10. Okay. SSC Ultimate Aero Twin Turbo. All right. So SSC stands for Shelby Supercars. And they are not related to Carroll Shelby in any way. This Jared Shelby, I guess he's the owner of the company. But this car was the first car that they brought to market, and it used a Corvette. They used the Corvette V8. They slapped two turbos on it. I guess they completely reworked it, and I think the car made like 1,200 horsepower. It doesn't have the horsepower numbers in this list or in this article, but it does have the top speed, and it did 256 miles an hour, and that was good for the world record, but it didn't stand for very long because the Veyron Supersport came in behind it and beat it, which annoyed me. But they did have the record for a short time, and for an American company to own that, I'm on board with that all day long. Now, granted, it's not the most attractive vehicle ever, but it's still impressive. They're a startup. Not a lot of people have ever heard of them. But yeah, it's. I wouldn't turn one down, not at all. I don't know what they cost new. I want to say between 600,000 and 700,000 a per when they were new. Obviously, they're probably over $1 million easy now, but I think back when they were new, they were, for what it was, semi-affordable, considering the Bugatti was over $1 million. So there you go. Cool car, not the most attractive, fast as shit. All right, Hennessy Venom F5, another obscure company. Hennessy started with taking production vehicles and just modifying them to astronomical limits. But back in the late 2000s, early teens, I want to say, They took a Lotus Elise or a Lotus Exige or whichever one they did. They chopped it in half. They stretched it, and they shoved, I think, a twin turbo V8 under the bonnet in the back, and it made 1,200 horsepower in a car that originally made, I don't know, 200, which is bonkers nuts. And that thing, I want to say, did about 250, 260. Didn't have the record, but it was fast as shit. Well, anyway, fast forward to 2017, and they decided to build their own all original hypercar. And this is what you're looking at. This is the Venom F5. And this thing makes 1,817 horsepower. Twin turbo 6.6 liter V8. And the claimed top speed is over 300 miles an hour, or the target top speed. Now, it's doable with the power and the all of the science. It's doable. The only thing holding it back is the tires, and that's always what holds these things back is the tires. Tire technology doesn't exist for you to be able to sustain 300 miles an hour over long periods. Obviously, drag cars go 330 miles an hour, but they're only doing it for like, I don't know, 2 seconds. Not even, probably. That's a little bit different. Those tires, they're one use only. You can use them once and you have to change them. They're super soft, so that's totally different technology. But for a road car to go 300 miles an hour, the tire technology really doesn't exist. I know it's been done. That Bugatti Pure Sport, or the Super Sport Pure, whatever the hell they want to call it, that thing hit 304, which is impressive, but they didn't do it twice. So that's not a world record. They just did it once. Not a world record. Anyway, this thing is actually really wicked looking. And like I said, over 1,800 horsepower. I think that's on E85. But it's incredible, the engineering that went into it. It's a very good looking vehicle. Super lightweight. Just nuts. It's completely nuts. So I'm actually looking forward to upcoming videos. I've seen videos so far, them testing and like them just driving it. They haven't done a top speed attempt, like a world record attempt yet, but I'm looking forward to some upcoming videos from this thing. Pretty insane. So moving on. All right, so the newest Ford GT, I can't knock it for the way it looks. I can't knock it for the V6 making over 600 horsepower, obviously with turbos. And overall, it performs pretty well. But I'm sorry, I'm not paying $400,000 for a Ford. I mean, you can't talk me into that with a gun to my head. You're not gonna do it, especially when you have. I can't remember all the stripped down stuff, but I think the seat doesn't move. It's stationary, which I know that's becoming more of a regular thing in these cars, because they're kind of they're form fit to their driver. So the seat doesn't move, the pedals move, but I don't think they're power. I think you have to manually do it somehow, like with a strap or some shit. It's so cheap. It's just cheap. I'm sorry. I know you're paying for the exotic materials and the performance and all that bullshit, but I don't want a strap in my car to move something. Fuck that. That's bullshit. I just got a text. Sergio on his way. Nice. Fuck yeah, man. Come on. Not even an hour into this thing. I still got 3 lists to talk about, and we're only not even halfway through this one. Shit, yeah. Come on, Serge. We get the shit going. Ford GT, like I said, it's a good-looking vehicle. They developed it underground. Like, no one knew it was even in development. And then they just dropped a bomb on us with this thing. It's actually an insanely good-looking vehicle. It pays homage to the original Okay, he's close by. He's almost here, folks. So you won't have to look at my stupid face by myself anymore shortly. But I'm sorry, 400 grand for a Ford. Fuck off. Ain't happening in my lifetime. Nope, not happening. I don't care how good it is. It's not happening. 660 horsepower, twin turbo V6, blah, blah, blah. It is impressive. Again, 400 grand. Not happening. Bullshit. Next. Okay. I don't know a ton about these, but we're still going to shit our way through it. Vector. I don't know where these even came from. I want to say they're from Europe. This was the first attempt. This is the W8. They later on did a W12, which is much better looking. But this one's just super odd, like very strange looking car. But for the 80s, it had a twin turbo V8 that made 625 horsepower. And back in that day was out of this world crazy. They only built 22 of them. Oh, this is an American company. Okay, this is an American car. All right, cool. 22 of them. So it's one of America's one of like the rarest American built vehicles ever. That's pretty fun fact. I'll never see one in person ever. But it's pretty cool regardless. A giant windshield. Holy crap. I don't know, whatever. Apparently they were going after the Lamborghini Countach, which I think they hit it. They hit it on the mark, that's for sure. But they just didn't have the name recognition, maybe not the build quality. I don't know what killed them, but they just didn't. They didn't make it. They didn't make many. And I don't know, whatever. Okay, this is SSC's second car, and this car actually currently owns the top speed record. This is called the Tuatara, and it's a pretty radical design, as you can see. Again, not the most attractive vehicle ever, but it's still really cool. It doesn't tell us how much horsepower it makes, but I know it's right around the Venom F5 number of 1800. I know it's right around that, and I can't remember the exact world record top speed that it did achieve, but it did beat the Koenigsegg Agera S RS. I don't remember, but this car owns the top speed world record right now currently. For how long? Who knows? Because Koenigsegg is working on a 300 mile an hour car. The Venom F5 wants to hit 300. Bugatti's already done it technically. Didn't set the world record though. So who knows? You know, there's a lot of stuff coming to market soon, and we will see. So, but it is a interestingly designed vehicle. It's just very nothing else like it. I'll just say that there's nothing else like this thing right now in the market. And these two little fins are kind of goofy. I know they're aerodynamic, blah blah blah. I'm not an engineer. I don't know what the hell they do, but I don't know. It's just a very strange looking vehicle, but it's an American vehicle, and they own the top speed right now. So good on you guys. Okay, another small manufacturer. Steve Saleen started back in the early 2000s. No, way before that. Like in the fucking 80s, they were modifying Mustangs mostly. They delved into other brands here and there, but mostly Mustangs. Modifying, fixing them up. Pretty much did what Hennessy did, but on a more focused level with typically just Mustangs. But back in the early 2000s, they decided to come up with their own all-original, hand-built supercar, and this is what you're looking at. The Selena 7 originally didn't have turbos, and I think it made 550 horse, around the same amount of torque, and then they ended up slapping two turbos on it, and it made 750 horsepower and a similar torque figure, and it hit 248 miles an hour, which for the time is actually really good. there weren't a lot of cars in the early 2000s doing almost 250 miles an hour. So good on you, Steve. Keep doing what you're doing. And I know that they have another car in the works. I don't know anything about it other than the name's the S1 alphanumeric garbage. Unoriginal shit. And it's not nearly as good looking as this car. I have seen it. But I mean, this is a tough act to follow. It's a beautiful vehicle. It performed really, really well. They actually raced it in some racing series. I don't think it did all that great, but kudos to you, man. Kudos. You took a chance. You created a masterpiece of a vehicle, but just didn't kind of didn't get the recognition that it deserved. It was expensive too, though. It's about $750,000, and for American supercar that isn't very well known, that's ambitious. But again, I've never seen one in person. I don't expect to. Corvette C8, absolutely, this car needs to be on this list because it's their first actual attempt and application of the mid-engine configuration in a Corvette. They've had concepts in the past, but they just they never pulled the trigger on the mid-engine, which I think they should have a long time ago. Because when they actually brought this car to market, they caught a lot of flack from the Corvette purists. Which, get over yourselves, idiots. They have tapped the full-on potential of front-engine rear drive. You can't produce what they're trying to produce in front-engine rear drive configuration. Can't do it. There's too much horsepower, not enough weight over the rear tires. Can't do it. You just can't. And say what you want about the Mustang and the Challenger and all that other bullshit, 900 horsepower. That's a track-focused vehicle. There, you pretty much have to put drag slicks on that car to get its full potential. That's completely different. That makes it not road legal also. Dipshits. Completely different thing. Completely different. Corvette C8 is a masterpiece of American engineering. It's already faster than the previous generation's ZR1 to 60. It outhandles it. It's cheaper by a lot, or it should be. It's a better looking vehicle. The interior is far and away better than anything General Motors has ever done in a Corvette. It's a masterpiece of an interior. Say what you want about the steering wheel being a square, the center row of buttons. There's no manual transmission. Say what you want about all that bullshit. I don't care. This is all new technology. It's all good technology. It performs better. I like the center row of buttons. It's a driver focused cockpit. It's fighter pilot inspired. Say what you want. I don't care. I love just about everything about this car. It's a little bit underpowered, I think, but whatever. It still performs well. It's a beautiful car. Kiss my ass. And it's only going to get better because the Z06 is coming, bitches. Speaking of, here it is. Oh, no, that's just another picture. This is actually the Z06, though, what you're looking at. I don't know if that car is going to be talked about in this list, but that's what you're looking at. That's the new Z06. So let's see what else we got. If they don't speak of it specifically, I will, because it's a ridiculous car. All right. I know we've talked about this car on this list before, or the podcast before, but I know dick about it. I know nothing about this thing. I know it's American. I want to say it's 3D printed. Don't quote me on that part. Hopefully if it is, hopefully they mention it. Yes. Okay. I'm not wrong. So you can quote me on that now, because I think it's partially 3D printed. And I want to say the seats it's either a single seat or they're tandem, one in front of the other. That'll probably be in the lower part of the article too. It's not a bad looking car. It's a little odd, but it's not bad looking. Let's see. Design using artificial intelligence, which I don't know what the hell that means. It's produced using advanced 3D printing technology. Don't know what all is 3D printed, if it's the whole thing or what. But this thing is a hybrid. I don't know what the gas engine is. I don't know How many batteries? How many motors? 1,350 horsepower, though. That's insane, folks. Not the most powerful vehicle I've talked about today, but still, 1,350 horsepower is nothing to be ashamed of. Shit. Next car we already talked about, so I'm not going to dwell on it. 645 horsepower, blah, blah, blah. That gigantic fucking wing is insane. It's like a park bench. Incredible vehicle, but I mean, just a little over the top and too expensive. That's why the Viper died. And they're fragile as shit, too. Oh, okay. Draco GTE. I've actually heard of this car. Andy Pilgrim tested this thing in Dubai last year, I want to say. Earlier this year or last year sometime. But yeah, this is a California-based automaker. It's fully electric to take on Tesla. And I think it's actually a really good looking vehicle. I think it's better looking than anything Tesla's ever come out with by a lot. 1,200 horsepower. Oh my goodness. Very expensive car. 1.2 million each. Jesus. 4-door, electric, 4-motor, 1,200 horsepower. They're only making 25 of them. Whoa. $1.2 million each. Holy shit. I hope Andy enjoyed that. Jesus Christ. I'm going to have to mention that to him. Holy shit. Which he probably already knew that, but wow. Whoa. I did not know that car was going to be that expensive. It doesn't look like it should be that expensive, but Jesus Christ, man. That's incredibly insane. Very limited run. So if you could afford it and you're into that kind of thing, take a look at Draco. It's a good looking car. It's way better than anything Tesla's ever made. Come at me, bro. Elon. I'm probably about a foot taller than you. I'll elbow you on top of your noggin in your stupid soft spot. Which you probably still have because you're a man child. Anyway, I think it's a really nice looking car. I don't think it's worth 1.2. I could be wrong, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to wait for Sergio to get here to talk about these last few things, but I don't know how close he is. He says he's close, but let me see if I have anything else that I could possibly talk about before he gets here, because I want to save these last ones for when he gets here, because I know he'll be interested in them. I don't think I have anything else. Crap. I can't pull anything up. I can't pull any video up because you guys can't hear anything, which I still need to figure that part out. Crap. Kind of wish Chris would have came in here, but he was driving at the time. There's no update on the lyric yet. Nothing new that I know of, anyway. I know that we have started shipping them out to dealers in a very limited number. Production has not gone up any. Nothing new there. Nothing new with the microchips. I know we've got other part shortages. Shit. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to come up with other things to talk about until Sergio gets here, because I only have 3 other lists to talk about. Well, one's not even a list. It's just an infuriating thing that I found, and come on. Why is MSN Auto so difficult to find now? Like, I used to be able to just search it and it came up. Like, why is it so difficult to find now? No. Sorry, guys. I'm not trying to produce dead air here. Let's see. Auto news. I'll just type that shit in. Auto news. Okay, here we go. I found it finally. I don't know why it took that damn long. Oh, let's see what MSN is reporting on, if anything important. The new 2023 Honda Civic Type R is still ugly as shit. It's not an improvement over the last one at all. I don't care what anyone has to say about it. It's ugly. Shit. I know, guys. I'm sorry. I thought I had enough, and I wasn't. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Okay. Sergio actually sent me this. Sent me something about this yesterday, and I was actually planning on talking about it, but I completely forgot. So okay, let me pull this up. I got it. I got it pulled up. Okay. So there's going to be an LFA successor. So those of you that are a fan of the Lexus LFA, which I don't know why you are, because it's a piece of shit. It has its perks, but I'm sorry, it was an overrated, overpriced, underpowered, underperforming vehicle. The best thing about the LFA was how it sounded. That's the only good thing I could say about it. But now I know this is likely just concept, but I like it. It's actually really good looking. It's very futuristic. It's very aerodynamic, very sleek. I like the lines. I like pretty much everything that I see, which isn't much. Just one angle, stupid. But this article says it could miss the entire point. Get a twin turbo V8, blah blah blah. And I'm sorry, V10s just these giant motors are they're going to go away with technology being the way it is. You can get much more horsepower out of a twin turbo V8 now than you could have out of a V10 10 years ago. I understand V10s sound different. You know, there's just they're rare. There's just something about a V10. Plus, the LFA had a V10, so I understand these purists, if you will. Still want to see a V10. Still want to hear that screaming exhaust note, but from a business standpoint, a V10 just probably just doesn't make sense when you already have a twin turbo V8 that you can stuff under the hood and make more horsepower than the V10 and the LFA did. Even with some slight tuning, you're probably closer to 600, which the LFA was nowhere fucking near. So, purists, get over yourself. Um, I don't know. Um, I know Sergio will want to talk about this, so I'm going to kind of continue to rant a little bit. My biggest knock on the LFA, and I know I've talked about this shit before, but we're on the subject. My biggest knock was it took them 10 years to develop the car, which is not unfounded. It's not unheard of, and I know it's taken a long time to develop certain vehicles in the past. But with the LFA, by the time it came to market, a lot of the technology was already outdated. It was already a dated vehicle. Like the design of the car, it looked like a normal Lexus. You wouldn't know it was a $400,000 car unless you knew exactly what you were looking at. It just looked like a basic bitch, like IS300, but with a V10 under the hood and that screaming exhaust. That's my biggest complaint. My second biggest complaint is the price. $400,000? Are you fucking kidding me? For a glorified Toyota? Sergio's here, everybody. All right, yeah, just drop it down in there. Like cord first.
Grab the cord.
Thread the needle, bitches. And then yeah, just let it sit there. and then you can kind of move it around as you need, and you're turned on. So your mic's turned on, not you.
I'm turned down.
Pretty much talked about the majority.
On the Lexus.
Yeah. I pulled up the article because I remembered that you sent it to me. Just pull it around and
Hello.
Yeah, we got you. Just pull it to wherever you need it to be, and you're good to go.
Yo, what's up, guys?
Sergio's in the house. Copilot.
Can you hear me good?
Not really. No, it's this one.
Crank me up. Can you hear me better?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Then we're good to go.
Yeah, you're good, man. Do you have both ears working?
I got one, and then it's going out every once in a while.
The one?
Just like one of these.
Yeah, I've only got my left side. It's pissing me off. I think it's that stupid splitter. But I tried the new one, and it was doing the same shit. But anyway,
sorry guys for being so late. Stuck in a meeting, but here we are.
Hey,
cool.
You got shit to do, man.
Hey, man. Still a co-pilot though.
All day.
So what do you got? You're talking about the the Lexus. Yeah, the one that I sent you, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Yeah, apparently I like the way it looks. Apparently, this article is giving Lexus shit because they're talking about using the LC 500 twin turbo V8 instead of developing a new version of the V10, which I can understand the complaint to a point. But as I was talking about before you got here, technology has just come so far like advanced to where you can get between 500 and 600 horsepower out of a twin turbo V8 very easily.
Yeah, you can.
Compared to revamping a V10 to get the same amount of horsepower.
I think they should go with the V10.
Like I said, I understand the argument to a point because of the sound, and V10s are rare. But
I think my thing is, even if they go with the V8 and they twin turbo and it makes it look cool and everything, I would definitely go with the V10 just because it's going to be a last hurrah, basically.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Most definitely. I mean, and I 100% get that. I understand the arguments. Yeah, it's just not going to work.
Is that better?
Nope.
You want to switch sides?
No, it's not.
It's
annoying. It's annoying hearing out of one ear, but I mean, at least we can hear.
I mean, I'm good. As long as they can hear me, I'm good.
Right. Yeah, they hear fine.
Okay, perfect. But yeah, I would go with the V10 just because of that reason, because everything's going electric eventually. I would go with a V10 and I would make it the baddest Lexus hands down. Because the car looks sexy as shit.
They've absolutely got to do that because it's Lexus's flagship. Oh, here.
I'm empty. Oh, look what showed up. What do we got? What were we drinking? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I can't read. It's from France though.
Yes,
so
it's pretty much cognac, but it's made in a different region. So you're gonna like it. It's actually very, very good.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's very woody and fruity. Just a little bit for me for the road. Don't want to get too fucking drunk.
Yeah, it's only $40. So
that's not bad at all.
Don't sleep on that shit. It's good as fuck.
It almost smells like it's got like a little bit of chocolate or something, like a ganache or something. You smell that?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. It probably does.
Salute, everybody. Thank you.
Welcome, Sergio.
Thank you.
But anyway, I wouldn't.
It's good.
I wouldn't hate it if they went with the V10. Just update it. Obviously, revamp the software. Maybe go through it a little bit. Produce at least 600. I would say closer to 7 to compete, because obviously it's not going to be a cheap car.
I think it should be 800 minimum.
That's ambitious from Toyota.
You got to think about it. It needs to be SVJ kind of power.
That's what I'm saying. It needs to be closer to 7.
The looks are phenomenal.
Agreed.
If this is the car they would have came out with instead of the LFA, the first one, if they would have came out with this before the first time, this would have crushed everything.
I 100% agree.
Because man, dude, it looks fucking amazing.
It's a good looking vehicle. It really is.
It almost gives me a Toyota Supra vibe,
A little bit of Supra. I see McLaren in the front end.
and I see a little bit of Aston
On
the side.
The length, like the hood.
Yeah,
I see Aston.
like the Vantage.
No, that's you're thinking of the Vulcan. I see Vulcan in the hood. The way it, like the length of it.
Yeah.
But I see like the headlights are McLaren style, and then I do see a little bit of Supra in the front. God. It's a very mashed up collaboration of.
It looks good though.
A lot of different things, but I do.
Jesus,
I agree. It looks very, very good. If they do it right, they'll give the and if they keep calling it, they call it the LFA, they'll do that name justice with this car. If they do it properly. But from a business standpoint, I think they're going to screw it up and put that twin turbo V8 under the hood.
Yeah, it's fucking Lexus, man.
I think they will.
What, they got any other pictures on there?
No, that's the only picture.
That was the only picture?
That I. This is a different article than what you sent me. I just remembered that.
I think the one I saw only had like the two pictures. I don't think it had any interior pictures. I think it was just the front and the back profile of the car.
I won't even. Oh, it did let me click on it. Okay, there might be some more pictures of it.
Nope.
Never mind.
What is that? A Daewoo?
I think it was a Volkswagen.
A Daewoo.
Junk. Daewoo doesn't even exist anymore. Actually,
I like the Daewoo.
General Motors bought Daewoo.
Shit. Today has been a Daewoo kind of a day.
Meaning a shit day?
Well, I didn't work yesterday. It was busy as shit today. And I'm working tomorrow neither. So
you're not working tomorrow?
No, I'm not working tomorrow.
Damn,
I gotta stay home with the freaking kids, man.
That shit sucks, bro.
School needs to get back into session, man. Y'all messing me up.
Oh, is that why?
Yeah, ain't no day in school.
Okay. But your dad's working though.
Yeah, dad's working. Dad. Okay. We were in Barnes, Tennessee.
Where the hell is that?
Yeah, like a little bit north of Dixon.
Okay.
But anyways, yeah.
I got you.
And then I had two meetings, one in Spring Hill and one in Franklin. So I made the Spring Hill one the second meeting.
Okay.
So all right, how good?
So we're going to talk about some cars that aren't Corvettes but use Corvette motors.
Ooh, I like that.
That'd be what we're going to talk about now.
Oh, I like that a lot.
I know a few of them, but I don't know if I know all of them. I don't know how many are even on this list. So hopefully they're not a ton because I've got a couple other things we need to talk about in a little less than 45 minutes.
Cool. Let's get to it.
So here we go. I don't know what this is.
That's an American-made car.
Sin R1.
I thought I saw an article the other day that I was going to send to you about like the 10 top American supercars made.
Yeah.
And I think that was one of the companies, but I've never heard of that shit before.
I hadn't either. I don't know what this is.
Only heard of Hennessy. There was Hennessy, and then there was like the one that you explained to me last time that had the supercar. I don't even know which one it was. That broke the record, like the fastest car in the world.
Oh, the SST.
That
I just talked about that.
And then I think that's only two I recognize out of the total top 10. I've never seen any of the other cars in my life. Yeah.
Well, this came from Bulgaria of all fucking places. Weighs 2,600 pounds. It uses the LS3, and then it offers the LS7. Also, you can get the 6.2 LS9 out of the C6 ZR1, which is a pretty crazy fucking motor. And this thing weighs nothing. So
that's just fucking dope looking.
It's actually pretty cool looking.
That's really cool
for
looking.
A Bulgarian car. I mean, I never would have thought. Pretty cool though. It looks small too.
Man, that's actually is it rear engine? It looks like
probably rear engine with this this hood or the roof scoop right there for airflow. I would imagine it's rear mid-engine. Does it say? No, it does not. But I'm pretty sure it's probably mid-engine.
That's cool looking.
That is. I like it. No price. No pricing information.
Probably never make them.
Bizzarini 5300 GT. Obviously, this is Italian and it's from the 60s.
That looks like the one of the first Lamborghinis ever made.
The Miura.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that how you say that? The Miura?
Yeah, Miura.
I always say macaroni. Just joking.
It's kind of a mashup looking vehicle between Miura, little Ferrari.
You see the back window?
Yeah.
The back window looks like an old school Corvette.
Yeah, a little bit.
I don't like it.
I don't really care for it either.
What's the SS Ultimate Oro?
All right.
Hey, look. Yeah, look. Also, mastermind behind the Lamborghini Mirror V12.
There you go.
No shit.
Yeah, Ferrari 250 GTO, Miura, and obviously they didn't use the V12. They used the current 5.4 liter Corvette small block V8 from the mid 60s. There you go.
Damn, that's pretty cool. We hit that one on the head.
Yep.
Damn.
Okay. This dude worked for Alfa, Lamborghini, and Ferrari. So there you go. He just mashed them all together. That's exactly what he did. He just mashed them all together.
He said, we take the front from this, the side from this, and then the back from these, and poof.
Essentially, that's what he did.
That's exactly what the fuck he did. And then we go across the seas to get that.
There you go. SSC.
That's
SSC Ultimate Aero Twin Turbo. Yep.
God, that is so good looking.
Yeah, this thing hit 257.41 miles an hour using a Corvette V8.
That's badass.
It had 1,180 horsepower.
They had an LS1 in it. A tuned LS1.
Yep. Twin turbo V8. Fucking nuts.
What? It had a staggering 1,100 horsepower.
Yeah, 1,180
Holy shit.
And 961 foot-pounds of torque. Nuts, dude.
Dude, the Corvette motors are badass. They're actually really good.
They're extremely easy to work on. They're extremely easy to modify and tune. I mean, that's why everyone swaps to an LS. Just they're cheap, they're easy to work on, and you can modify them for days.
That's dope.
This thing is incredibly insane.
God, it looks so good, man.
And then it's a California-based company too, so
that looks so good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's badass too.
Aranera Husaria GT. I did not say that properly, and I don't care.
It's Poland.
It's Polish.
Hasuria. Hasuria.
See, it used a 6.2 LS7, and it offered a supercharged version. They only made 33, 270 grand a piece.
Wow, that's rare.
3.2 to 60, 211 top speed.
Only gave 650 horsepower though, with an LS7.
No, that's the non-supercharged.
The non-supercharged was 650.
No, the supercharged was 650.
Oh, okay.
604. Yeah.
60. Okay.
That was.
That's cool though.
That was out of the later Z06.
But that's a badass looking car though. I like that.
It's cool looking. Yeah.
It almost looks like a Huracan.
A little bit.
And an Audi R8. I wonder what, did is Audi and Lamborghini stealing some shit from people? What's up, man?
I don't know where they drew their design.
I have no idea.
It doesn't say, but I see a little bit of that. Those Polacks made a good looking vehicle.
Yeah, you got Lamborghini in the front, Audi in the ass. Shit, dude, it's got the same fuel tank as the Audi R8. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
Same cap on it.
Yeah.
In the same back.
It looks like Lotus in the back. See that?
It does too.
Yeah, it looks like Lotus back there.
Maybe she's a mashup too.
Must be. But still nice.
It looks fucking good though. I can't complain. Oh yeah.
Venom GT. Yep. All day long, sir. That's a stretch out Exige.
I'd buy one of those.
I think they took the LS7 and tuned the fuck out of it to 1,250 horsepower almost. And almost 1,200 foot-pounds of torque. I think it hit 260.
That's so badass.
I want to say it hit close to 260.
They're using a full carbon fiber chassis too, right?
Oh yeah,
all carbon fiber body and chassis.
I mean, they sawed this car in half, stretched it. Yeah.
Dude, that most car, definitely. God, it looks so good.
Oh, it's incredible. It's incredible. In a car initially designed to have 200 horsepower.
God, light and power
over 1,200. Like insane, bro. But it works. It works.
I like it a lot.
I do too.
I'd buy one if I had the money.
G8 GXP Yes, it used.
Really? No shit. That one had a Corvette
Yeah,
motor
it used
in
the
it.
6.2.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Good for you, Pontiac. I didn't know Pontiac put a Corvette motor in that thing.
Yeah, it had the 6.2. It only made 415 horsepower.
Still have more balls than most of the cars out there.
But I mean,
for the time.
it was only $30,000 too.
For the time being, when that year came out.
Yeah, it was only $30,000. 415 horsepower, 415 foot-pounds, under 5 seconds to 60. Good looking.
I like it.
Yeah,
I think it looks
I like
good.
it too. It's a good looking car. I mean, it's essentially a rebadged Australian car, but I don't care. It's nice. I really liked it.
That's a hell of a grocery getter.
Can't really find them now.
I don't think I've ever. I might have seen one before. I think there was one or two in Colombia.
My old team leader has a GT, not a GXP, but I mean, I've seen GTs in person. I've never seen a GXP in person. They were so rare.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, they were $20,000 cheaper than the M5.
Damn, when it comes to bang for buck, yeah. That's
And
a lot of money.
I want to say the performance was pretty equivalent too.
I bet you their M5 interior was nicer though.
Well, more than likely.
But still, that's not bad. That for your bang for your buck, you really can't beat that.
Right. I think they came in right under $30,000.
Damn. That's
I think
crazy.
it was the most powerful car under $30,000 at the time. So that speaks volumes, especially being a Pontiac, which is no more.
It's pretty good.
Pontiac is defunct, which is a shame.
It's okay. They need to get rid of that shit.
Jesus, that's it? Really?
That was it? Those are the fucking
That's it?
four cars?
There's more than that. I know there's fucking more than that, you dumb assholes.
Send these motherfuckers an email, dude.
Hold on. I'm gonna pull something up that I know uses it. There it is, right there.
The hell is this?
You're about to find out, my friend.
Oh, that shit looks cool.
Oh, this is a ridiculous car, dude. Hang on, let me actually go to a webpage. Not Wikipedia. All right, we'll do top speed.
That almost looks like a Celine, dude.
A little bit. Which I talked about earlier.
I like that.
Yeah, dude, it's incredibly insane, and it uses the fucking Corvette V8. I don't know why that.
An LS1?
Don't think it was the LS1. Hang on, let me pull it up. Okay, so this is a 2012 Mosler MT900 SP. Blah blah blah. Crazy fucking car. Track focused, but I think they were street legal. Mid-engine, obviously. All right, let's see. There's a V8. It doesn't specify which. Oh, 7 liters. So it's the LS7. 535 horsepower, which was a little bit more than the Corvette application. 3 seconds 60, 11-second quarter mile, 200 miles per hour top speed.
Wow, that's cool.
$500,000 though.
Not worth the price for the amount of power you get.
$500,000.
$500,000. I need at least 7 to 8, man.
But it's light as shit. It should that number
1,100 kilos, 2,500 pounds, under 2,500 pounds.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's why, actually light as shit, and that's
why it was so fast.
That actually makes the 500 horsepower feel like a 1,000 horsepower car.
That's why it was so fast, because it was so light. So,
dude, that shit is cool. I bet your parking was a bitch.
Oh, I'm sure it was.
The rear to back
there's
up,
no
to
rear
back
visibility.
Up.
Yeah, there's no rear visibility at all.
But so, man, that's cool.
Shame on that other fucking article for not including this car, because this uses a Corvette V8.
That's cool.
And this is probably one of the coolest applications of it.
That and the Venom, I think, are the coolest ones.
I'm inclined to agree. That SSC is a good one too, but
I will make that the third. I'll make that maybe like in the top 3.
Yeah.
If you were going to pick 3, I think that would be top 3.
That Italian Abomination was terrible.
Oh, dude, that's just like a Daewoo, man. What are you talking about? That shit was cool.
That was pretty bad.
So bad. So bad that shit was.
It was pretty bad. All right. I'm debating on which one we should talk about next.
Go there. Yeah.
All right. We're going here.
Let's go there, because that's really a 4-door.
Hang on.
Oh, dude.
I
wait till you people see this shit.
I shared it in the group, but I know a lot of people probably didn't see it. I know some people did comment and
oh my god, look at this crap.
Share their disgust. I talked about some Camaros earlier, and I kind of gave a little bit of a spoiler alert on this. It hurts my heart to say it, to even say it, much less to look at it.
I'm looking.
Chevrolet is going to make one of their biggest ever mistakes, and they're turning the Camaro into an electric sedan.
I bet you they'll sell like fucking hotcakes too.
I'm
Jesus
not. I'm not
Christ.
100% sure if this is what it's going to look like when it actually hits the street, but I hate it. You know, it's got a lot of Camaro lines, like the current Camaro lines. The front end is weird. And
I think the front end looks pretty cool. I like the headlights, and I like the way like the fog lights, the curvature of the lines.
Okay,
I think it looks pretty cool.
the car, the design itself isn't bad. Don't call it the Camaro.
Yeah, I want to call it Camaro. I'd call it something else.
That's my biggest gripe. I don't hate what I'm looking at.
What about Malibu? That could be like like the new version of the Malibu.
Well, it's probably going to be a decent sized car. Put the Impala name on it.
Oh yeah. That is right. Make that the Impala.
Put the Impala name on it, and you have a gold mine. Because I don't hate what I'm looking at. Like I said, I
think it looks pretty
good. I
good.
don't hate it. Just don't call it a Camaro. Camaro has never been a four-door. Ever.
Yeah, don't shit on the name, man. Don't shit on the name Camaro.
Please do not call this car a Camaro. You already ruined the Blazer. Don't call this car the Camaro.
What they call the Blazer, the Monza?
No. Well, no.
No, I know.
We're not going to get into the Blazer because I've already made that.
No. We already talked about that before.
Whatever, but
look, the wheels are cool looking.
Yeah, they are.
The lines look good. I like the way it looks.
Well, the rear end is that's the current Camaro.
But I agree with you 150,000%. Don't call it a Camaro.
Do not
rebadge it as a Malibu or something completely different.
I'd
make a new name.
I would be fine with Malibu, but I say call it the Impala. And if you want it to be a performance sedan, because it's performance model, make it the Impala SS.
They should just get rid of the Impala and just make it the SS and be done with it.
I'm fine with that too.
Because that shit looks cool.
I'm perfectly fine with that too. Make it an
SSE, the SSEV. There you go.
Whatever, it's fine. That's fine.
The Impala SS full electric.
Or even bring that fucking Chevy SS back. Just call it the SS. I'd be fine with that too.
Yeah.
Because the SS was the shit too.
The SSEV. That's it for electric vehicle.
I'd be perfectly fine with that.
That'd be
Do not shit on the Camaro name. Camaro's been around since 1957. No, 1967. Don't shit on that name. Please do not shit on that name. Don't do what Ford did with the Mustang.
Oh, they fucking destroyed it with that new shit that they're doing.
What's garbage, dude? They're recalling 49,000 of them.
Yeah, because nobody wants that shit. I'll stop making payments on it and send it back.
No, they're recalling 49,000 of them due to a software error that can cause involuntary acceleration or deceleration. Your car can run fucking wild, bro.
Fucking Christ, man! I'm
Like,
thinking like you're driving down the highway doing 70, and all of a sudden traffic starts to stop, and the car decides, hey, let's get the fuck and accelerates to 100. God forbid you freaking kill somebody in front or you die yourself. Dude, that's horrendous.
Either that or you're going 70 and it automatically, a second later, you're going 30.
And the semi-truck behind you smashes.
And you're fucking dead.
You're done.
Dead.
You'll explode in a heartbeat.
Yeah, you're fucking dead, bro.
That's crazy.
It's insane. 49,000 of them. Why does this keep going down too far?
What do you mean? I think it feels fine.
The volume is like, okay, that's better.
Is that better?
I think it's the headphones.
Is that better?
Stupid cord.
Do I need to lower my voice?
Estimated $40,000.
That's not a bad price. That's a good price.
They're talking about putting the fucking Hummer EV powertrain under it too, 1,000 horsepower, all-wheel drive.
Yeah, then it should just be the Chevy SS EV.
Yeah,
100%.
I'm
100%.
Okay. So
you're going to do that? Yeah.
So I was thinking about this earlier. All these performance EVs that they're coming out with, if it doesn't have that powertrain under it, don't call it performance. Because that Blazer SS we talked about last week, yeah, 560 horsepower, that's a good amount of power.
Yeah.
But in the grand scheme of EVs, 1,000 horsepower is where it's at. That's easily doable now. I mean, the Tesla, the Plaid makes 1,020 horsepower. Lucid has a version that makes 2,000 horsepower.
Yeah.
I know that it's a Croatian company. They just bought Bugatti. Rimac, that's right. They make an EV that makes 2,000 horsepower, super lightweight car. So I mean, 1,000 horsepower is gonna eventually become like the benchmark with EVs.
But I'm going to put my 2 cents into this one and just say they need to go the Dodge route and give people 2 separate keys, because there's some idiots out there that don't need 1,000 horsepower at the touch of their fingertips.
Oh, I 100% agree with that.
So you need to have one key for 500, the other key for 1,000, and that way it unlocks the power. Because, dude, if everybody's driving around in 1,000 horsepower freaking cars, holy shit, the accidents are going to be horrendous.
There's going to be a lot of death. I 100% agree with that.
Yeah, they need to do a software key that allows that to unlock the 1,000 horsepower.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that.
If they're going to do all those powertrains, if everybody's going to be doing that down the road, that's what I would do.
But biggest gripe, please don't call this car a Camaro. Please don't.
Man, I wish they had a picture of the interior. I bet you it look good as shit too, man.
Oh, I'm sure the interior is going to be super nice.
Like if they had like the Cadillac Escalade interior, like the screens.
I'm sure it'll have
the dashboard.
Similar.
Oh my god, that would look so.
I'm sure it'll have something similar. And like I said earlier, I don't hate what I'm looking at. Please don't call it a Camaro. That's all I ask.
100%, man.
All I ask. Don't call it a Camaro.
Look, it's even got the SS badge, I think, in the front. Yeah, dude, just cut the Chevy SS.
It has the Camaro badge right there, though.
No, get rid of that. Get rid of that.
Leave that off. You will taint the name. Throw the Impala. Throw the Impala logo right there. Keep the SS in the front. I'm on board.
Or instead of that, just put the EV symbol right there and just put the SS in the front. And that's it. The SS EV.
Just do not put the Camaro name on it, because you will be shitting all over it. And it's an insult.
For the intern working at headquarters of Chevy and GM, if you're hearing this, tell them just to call it a Chevy SS. You're going to get an instant promotion, and you can thank us later.
You killed off the Camaro once. Do it again. Just kill it off. Just stop making it.
Yeah.
And don't call this car a Camaro, please, for the love of God. Don't call it that. Anyway, moving on. All right, this last one is it's a list of like past and current Cadillac flagship models leading up to what's coming.
Oh, well, we've seen what was coming, and what was coming is nice. And once you share the screen with everybody, I'm going to give 2 points on that Celeste. Is that how you say it?
The Celestique.
Celestique. Excuse me.
Yeah, we'll get to it. We'll get to it.
It's like Spanish. I don't think they should be going after the Bentley or Rolls-Royce market. They're going to go after. It looks more like the $200,000.
Yeah, it's going to be
$1,000.
It's going to be between $200,000 and
Mercedes Benz that they come out with. Mercedes has that $200,000. What is it, S550 or some shit like that?
It's something like that.
It looks more like par with that kind of car than
Bentley
a
and
Rolls or a Rolls.
Bentley and Rolls have vehicles in that segment, price range, whatever. I need to know why they think that they can go there with this car that we're about to see.
All right, well, let's do this.
I want to know why they think that they can charge between $200,000 and $300,000 for this thing. All right, so we're going from past to present, obviously.
1930s.
1930 Cadillac V16. Cadillac's been around since the teens, bro.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, Cadillac's been around for over 100 years.
I'm going to tell you right now, that's the best looking Cadillac I've ever seen.
Pre-war, I agree with that.
God, dude, look, that's a 1930s. Yeah. That's an art piece right there.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Wow.
Yeah. That's a rolling art, like rolling sculpture. Absolutely.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
that's absolutely
ridiculous.
Stunning.
Had a V16. It cost at the time between $5,000 and $9,000. Now, $160,000. I probably made like 150 horsepower, if that.
That's why it has such a big ass motor in
Well,
it.
technology was just terrible. It was right before the Great Depression. Like I said, pre-war. They were just on a different level back then. Cars were insane.
Dude, if you had that car back in 1930s, you were a straight up
Oh,
baller.
yeah,
You
yeah.
were
You were
wealthy.
You were probably a gangster, honestly.
Even better.
Yeah.
A wealthy gangster.
Yeah, ridiculous, dude.
Because
Cars
that shit is beautiful.
If you see anything pre-war in person, consider yourself privileged. Those were on a different level.
God, that's beautiful.
Yeah, cars are insane. Next one, 1949 Cadillac Series 62.
I love that Cadillac.
I do too. First car of the year. First Motor Trend car of the year. This one right here. Pretty insane.
That shit looks cool.
Had a small block V8, 5.4 liters. Whatever. Made 160 horsepower. Very nice car.
God,
this was the beginning of the tail fins. They were very understated at this time.
It was the beginning of the 50s, man.
Crazy time, bro. Beautiful car. 57 Eldorado,
God,
dude.
It's another good looking car.
Hell yeah, dude.
Holy cow.
Hell yeah. Crazy car. 13 grand.
Wow.
Which is valued today at 137 grand. So if you could afford one of these, you had cash.
Yeah, you were a baller.
Yeah, you had some fucking. You were probably an executive of something.
And you had good taste.
Absolutely.
Very good fucking taste.
Yep.
I like the one on the right better.
I do too. I like that one better too.
The way the front looks, man, it just looks.
It's more exaggerated. Has the quad headlights. I like that one better too.
God, it looks so
I like that one a lot better too. I think this one might be the Brom. This one might be a regular Eldorado. I think that might be the difference.
Yeah, it might be. I'll take the Brom.
Crazy car. Yeah. Love it. Cadillac Cyclone from 1959. Seen this
what
car.
the hell?
Seen this car in person.
That
It never made it to the road, obviously.
Thank God. During the space age.
Yeah, it was concept only, but I've seen this car in person.
Where's it at?
It was in Chattanooga. The Heritage Center brought a bunch of shit down from Michigan. Me, Danny, and another guy that we work with, we went to this car show in Chattanooga, and the Heritage Center brought a bunch of shit down from Detroit. This was one of them. Kick ass.
Okay, cool.
Kick ass looking car.
Cool.
Had a 350 horsepower car V8 in 1959.
That's power,
bro. That's unheard of. Other than like the Corvette.
It had a new belt-driven system.
Fucking
to
nuts.
power the auxiliary engine components.
Nuts, bro.
That's pretty cool, man.
Yep.
Not for me, but it's cool.
Single-pieced hinged dome windshield canopy. Crazy, dude. Just over-the-top concept car for 1959. Crazy. Cool car, though. Cool car to see in person.
That's very futuristic.
Yeah, it was cool shit to see in person.
What?
Boy. Yeah.
A Voyage concept.
Yeah.
Didn't they actually make that shit?
What's
it? It looks like a Coupe de Ville, doesn't it?
No.
What's
this
the
was
one?
the Cadillac. It was Cadillac's version of the Buick Roadmaster. I can't remember what the hell they called it.
Man, I can't think of the damn.
A lot of this made it to that car, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
A lot of the body, not the front part, not like the.
Well, the fender skirts never made it to production. It wasn't as exaggerated bubble wise, but a lot of the styling cues did actually make it to the production vehicle. Like I said,
I know what freaking car.
I can't remember I can't remember what they called it either.
Like I see it in my head.
I can see it in my head too.
I can see this shit.
Yeah, I can see it too, but I just can't remember what they called it. But yeah, a lot of this did actually make production.
That's crazy.
Obviously, the over-the-top design cues didn't, which concepts, a
Thank
lot of
God.
that stuff never do.
Thank God.
But yeah.
Oh, that's badass. Yeah. Yeah. The
Fuck
16. Yeah.
Had a 16-cylinder, 32 valve.
Fuck yeah.
13.6 liters.
1,000 horsepower.
Made 1,000 horsepower. This thing actually ran too. It actually moved. It drove.
Where was is that one of the first 1,000 horsepower cars in production that they made?
It wasn't. It wasn't in production.
When was the
obviously.
first Bugatti came out? What, 2006?
5 or 6.
I think this is the first 1,000 horsepower car.
You're probably right. And
I'm
shame on Cadillac.
I'm shooting out my ass right here. I'm just going off.
Shame on Cadillac for not producing it because it could have done well.
Because if I'm not mistaken, this car, 1,000 horsepower cars, will send everybody else into the 1,000 horsepower realm. Because the Bugatti Veyron, I think the oldest one is 2004 or 5.
I think it was 2005. Yeah, I'd have to look it up, but it was later than this for sure.
And I'm trying to think of what other car came out in, let's say 2000. Before that,
There wasn't one.
was 1,000 horsepower.
that I
I
can
don't
think
of one.
I can't think of one.
Ferrari never had one. Lamborghini never had one.
Ferrari still doesn't.
Uh,
The LaFerrari didn't make 1,000 horsepower.
The Celine didn't make 1,000 horsepower.
No. The McLaren F1 didn't even make anywhere near 1,000 horsepower.
McLaren F1 was the fastest car
in the mid '90s.
Yeah. Then Bugatti came.
Yeah, destroyed their record.
1,500, 1,100 horsepower car. I think that's the first 1,000 horsepower car.
I think you're right. I think you're 100% accurate on that.
Oh shit! I'm gonna have to research just to double check. Fact check.
I think you're right.
But I think so, and it's sexy looking.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
Shit, and it's good looking.
It's got an old school style hood where it opens. It's hinged in the center and it opens like this.
Shit, man, I'm gonna call Bugatti out right now. Dude. I'm calling them out right now. That's a Bugatti front end. They stole the Bugatti. They took the Bugatti front end. Look at the way the hood comes down over the bumper, right? Mm-hmm. The way the slope is. It's almost got the same slope as a Bugatti Veyron.
I can see it.
Just a few different styling cues.
Shame on
and
Cadillac.
It's almost got the same fenders going up, too. The way the body curves in the front, it almost looks like a Bugatti Veyron in the front. I guarantee you, Bugatti, I'm talking on my ass again. But
a little bit, I think.
This car came out, and Bugatti could have said, hey, we can make something like that and change a few lines. And, dude, the front end looks crazy.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Honestly, shame on Cadillac for not doing this shit. Spend a little bit more money, you'll sell every one of them.
God, they would have sold all this.
Every one of them.
The wheels look good. The paint color
everything
looks
on
good.
it looks good. I can't knock anything on this thing.
I would rock that in a heartbeat.
Hell yeah, dude.
It looks so good, man.
It's nuts.
Fuck Cadillac.
I hate that a lot of these are concepts.
Look at that. Even that Cadillac was so good, dude.
Dude, they should have brought this thing to market and called it the Eldorado.
Let me tell you something. That is the Rolls-Royce killer.
This looks better than that previous one.
That is a Rolls-Royce Ghost killer.
Absolutely it is.
150%.
Absolutely, dude.
And it's a drop top. That's to go after the Phantom drop top.
Yeah, it's a convertible. It has
the drop head.
It has suicide doors, 4 functioning seats. It's incredibly good looking. I mean, what in the hell were you even thinking about not making this thing?
Okay, Cadillac, listen to me. You got the Celestique. You need to remake this.
Modernize it and make it.
100%. Leave the same body. Modernize it. I can't even speak today.
Yeah.
New interior. That shit will sell like freaking hotcakes.
I wouldn't even say a completely new interior. Just update.
No, just updating is what I mean.
Yeah, just update it.
New materials, more luxury, more screens, more. Oh my god, dude! With the dashboard,
dude,
that they have in the Escalade,
insane, bro.
Oh my,
insane, dude. So much potential
with the wood finishes that thing got.
So much potential. Oh, apparently, this car made an appearance in the Entourage movie in 2015.
Yes, it did. I love that movie. Yes, it did.
I didn't watch the show or the movie.
Okay, so he got it as a gift in the movie, and they drove it like they got us one shot of them driving down the street, and that's it. That's like
they probably couldn't do it legally. They probably had to close the street down, get a special fucking license, and all this other.
Yeah, but I mean, what I'm saying is like,
but at least it got some screen time.
But it didn't get that much driving time. It got screen time, but not that much driving time, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, let's see.
Because I saw that movie.
This thing only had a 425 horsepower V6 under the hood.
I would drop a V8 twin turbo underneath that thing, give it 700 horsepower, and call it a day.
You could easily put the new Blackwing engine under the hood of this thing. 670 horsepower.
Perfect, right there.
And kill a lot of shit that you're trying to go after.
Because a Rolls Royce Ghost has like 500-600 horsepower.
Price it at 250, you'll sell every fucking one of them.
Dude, if I had to pick between a $400,000 Rolls Royce Ghost or a Bentley Flying Spur Milan that's around the same price, and that comes in at $250, I buy that shit all day because it looks better.
That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly my point.
Shit.
That's exactly my point.
Those wheels, dude. I want those wheels alone.
The whole goddamn thing. I want it. Whew. Fucking ridiculous.
Now this one can go take a shit somewhere else.
Well,
I don't like
this one actually did make production.
I don't like it.
I do. The only knock I have on them was the price. These things came to market at $80,000.
$80,000?
$35,000 less than the Volt, which is the exact same car.
It's the same fucking car.
It's the exact same car.
It's just got Cadillac body parts.
Yeah, they rebodied it a little bit, and they updated the interior. $35,000 more than the Volt. It's the exact same vehicle.
No, fuck that.
That's why it didn't sell.
They can keep that.
That's
shit.
100% why it didn't sell.
It's ugly.
I think it's a cool car, but it was far overpriced.
Sir, this is where we have to part ways on that one because
that's fine.
Ugly.
That's fine. They didn't even sell 3,000 of these fucking things. Not even 3,000 of them. They only made them in 2014. It was such a shitty selling car, they didn't even continue to produce it.
The good thing about that is if you're a Cadillac collector, then that makes it a rare car. And 40, 50 years from now, it's going to be worth money.
It's actually very true.
That is the only good point about that fucking car.
Good point, my friend. Good point. Yeah, it was a very big disappointment.
Yeah, I agree. Yes.
This is not the Celestiq, but this is another concept car called the Escala. It's a beautiful vehicle. Beautiful vehicle. I love the wheels. I love the front end. I love the squinty ass headlights. I like it.
It's sexy.
Mm-hmm.
It's man, it's so good looking.
Yeah, they do so well with their concepts, and then they bring something else to market that just doesn't live up to it anywhere near it.
It's even got the same wheels. Look at those mirrors.
This has the CT5's front end on it. Essentially, it has the exact same grille. The LED fog lights are the same design. Obviously, the headlights are a little bit bigger on the production model. Those mirrors will never make production. They're just too small. This is essentially the CT5, what came to market.
God, it looks so good, man.
This looks better.
God, it looks so good. Way better than what
this
came
does.
to market.
This
Way
looks better.
Like 150% better.
I like the CT5. This looks far better.
If they would have came out with this instead of the CT5, this would have sold like hot cakes.
And called it this.
Yes.
I don't know what that means. It's such a better fucking thing to call a car than CT5.
What was it? The Cadillac Escalada?
Escala. I don't know what that. Like I said, I don't know what that word means.
Is that like out of Escalade?
Maybe
because some people say like Escalade.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how the fuck they say.
Those people are fancy.
I wonder if that's just like if they pulled the word out of that. I don't fucking know.
Let me see if that actually does mean something, because the CL that convertible, that word means sky.
Yeah. Okay. Is it Spanish? Are they doing Spanish or French?
I think it was French.
I think it was French. I think it said French. Yes.
Yeah.
French
word for sky.
Ciel.
Yeah. So let me look this Scala up and see if that actually does mean something.
French got some cool ass words. That's pretty cool.
A Scala meaning. What does that say? You speak Spanish. English scale or ladder.
Yeah. Huh.
Okay, that's a shit word.
Escala.
That's not a good word.
Escala. That's
not a good name for a car.
Spanish for ladder.
Scale or ladder. That's not a good name for a vehicle.
It sounds cool.
In Spanish, it sounds cool.
But English,
translated to English,
the Cadillac ladder.
The Cadillac scale, bro.
Shit.
No, that's bad.
No, that's horrendous.
Sounds horrible.
Oh, God, it's so bad.
Sounds terrible.
Oh, shit.
All right, this is going to be... Oh, holy shit.
God, yes.
Okay, Cadillac Escalade V-Series. Now, okay, when they first talked about doing a Cadillac V-Series, they talked about stuffing a V12 under the engine or under the hood.
Yeah, do it.
And they at the time, they had a V12 that they could have used because they had a concept car called the CN, which I think means 100.
Yeah, CN means 100, yes.
They had a V12 that was in that vehicle. It made 750 horsepower. Have you seen the movie The Island?
Yes, I fucking love that
with
movie.
Ewan McGregor?
Yeah, that car.
That car was in that fucking movie. That car had a V12, 750 horsepower.
Oh, shit.
That's what they talked about doing with the Escalade.
Yeah,
V.
because that was a concept car that I thought they were going to come to production.
And it should have.
Oh, dude, Cadillac, you missed so many, the one you come out with is shit.
Do you want to know why they didn't?
Too much money, or the technology wasn't?
They don't want anything to fuck with the Corvette.
That would have fucked the Corvette in the ass.
Across General Motors' line, the Corvette is the cream of the crop.
The Corvettes have been their bread and butter.
You can't produce anything else that would ever fuck with the Corvette. They've done it once. They've done it one time.
With what car?
The Buick Grand National.
Oh, that's true.
In 1989.
And it's the best Buick car ever made.
Absolutely. In 1989, the Buick GNX was the fastest car on the planet. Not just faster than the Corvette. Everything on the market.
It was good looking.
It was faster than everything. General Motors will never, ever do that again. It's a shame, but they'll never do it again.
Well, I think they should go ahead and come out with all the Cadillacs that we just seen.
Every single one of them.
Every single one of them?
Well, the concepts.
The concept ones,
most,
the sexiest ones.
Yeah, the current ones.
Because Corvette just came out with their new Corvette, the C8, and there will be nothing that ever touches that.
No.
Now there's
nothing from Cadillac will ever be able to touch the Z06.
Exactly. Now there's physically two separate realms, and Cadillac can do whatever they want because
I 100% agree.
They'll never touch the.
I 100% agree with you, and I think with this vehicle, the Cadillac Escalade V-Series,
they would sell so many of those.
They will, but I think that they screwed up using the Blackwing V8 simply because the Blackwing V8 works perfectly fine in the CT5. This is small-ish sedan, makes 670 horsepower. That's perfectly adequate for a mid-size sedan. This is a gigantic, heavy Escalade fucking SUV.
Yeah.
I think they should have done, they fucked up discontinuing the C7 ZR1 supercharged 6.2. They don't make it anymore, period. That's what they should have used in this. If they were going to use a supercharged V8, that's what they should have used in this.
Yeah, I agree.
That thing makes 755 horsepower. That's what they should have put in here. It would have fit perfectly fine. Strap a fucking 10-speed automatic to it. There you go.
I'm going to tell you something. Regardless,
it's ridiculous.
Here in Franklin and Brentwood, you're going to see hundreds and thousands of those.
Oh, I fully expect to.
Because that shit is beautiful.
But they're going to sell for like $200,000.
They'll fuck it, dude.
I know they'll sell. I know
the amount of money that's here in Franklin.
I know they'll still sell.
They'll sell like a motherfucker.
I'm sorry. That money, you needed that V8. The 755 horsepower V8.
Okay. But how much horsepower is it coming out with?
670.
Okay, so 670. I'm thinking 200,000 price tag. What in the same realm has that same amount of power?
Well, you have to think size-wise too,
Size-wise.
because Mercedes, they obviously they have the G-Wagon.
The G-Wagon.
But that's not going to be in the same.
But it's got less power than that.
It's not going to be the same class.
But it's got less power.
This is way bigger. I'm talking about the G-Wagon. I don't even think it's considered full size. This is a full size SUV, so you have to consider full size.
So if you're gonna go full size, you got the Rolls Royce, not the fucking
No,
Rolls Royce,
no.
the Range Rover, their biggest one.
Maybe,
That's their full size one.
but it's still nowhere near as big as this. The Escalade's gigantic, bro. You're talking about
I don't think they're too far off. It is smaller, but the Escalade is bigger. But I'm trying to think of what other cars.
The Lexus, the giant Lexus, that's like the Sequoia, the Lexus Sequoia, if you will. I don't know what they call them. They're all letters and numbers.
Well, you got the Nissan Armada, you got the Infinity,
right? Yeah, the Infinity version,
60 or 70 or some shit like that.
You have what else?
200,000.
Nissan Toyota.
I think 200,000 is pushing it. If you're going to compare it to all the other
well, that's not
vehicles.
Retail. That's with markups. They're going to sell for 200.
Yeah,
I think retail.
What's retail?
I think retail's like.
Does it say on the article?
I don't know if it says on here or not.
150.
No. Oh, 150. That's more realistic. Then you're in G-Wagon territory, and the G-Wagon can't fuck with this thing.
Because I'm thinking not size-wise of the car, but size-wise of the wallet, of the price. And if you compare 150, this car to other cars that cost 150 to 200, yeah, this will outsell everything, because then you're comparing the Range Rover, you're comparing the Mercedes, you're comparing the high-end Lexus.
I agree.
What else am I missing?
I'm not.
I mean, you got the Lamborghini Urus, which is 250.
Oh, that thing is insane. And then you got the Aston Martin. The Aston. What the fuck? Oh, God damn it!
The Aston Martin SUV's junk. I don't like it.
I do. I don't like the interior. The interior is shit.
I think, yeah, I think it should have been bigger.
But that 707, that's the fastest SUV on the market right now, over 700 horsepower.
Yeah, so
crazy.
I think this will outsell and outperform all the other cars, because even at 680, 700 close,
it says 682.
Okay, it still has more power than the Range, the Mercedes, the Lamborghini Urus.
Most of them, yes. But
I think all of them. What SUV has over almost 700 horsepower?
There's not a lot of them. That Aston Martin is the most powerful SUV out there right now.
It's the only one, and I still think this is more bang for your buck because it's bigger, holds more shit, and for a family
it's
and
better,
power.
It's better looking. It has a better interior. It's cheaper because I don't remember. I don't remember what that Aston comes in at.
Probably comes in at
probably
like
close
300.
to 2. I'd have to look it up, but it's more expensive than this retail.
I think this is going to sell good.
I take that back because that Cherokee Trackhawk, I think they're right around the same power.
The Trackhawk has 707, but it's not a full size SUV. It's a midsize.
Neither's the Aston.
The Aston's a midsize SUV, right? Yeah.
So they're right around the same size, but full size.
When we're going, this is going to crush everything.
Absolutely.
And when it comes to price, this is going to crush everything.
I 100% agree.
I buy this over anything else.
I really, really wish they would have utilized that Corvette ZR1 supercharged. I think it was the LT5.
Yeah, I'd rather have this than I'd rather have this than any of the other ones.
It's just a missed opportunity, in my opinion. They should have used that version of the 6.2 supercharged versus the Blackwing.
Yeah, to push it over 700 horsepower, but still, I'm thinking logically with my wallet.
Money-wise? Absolutely. But at the same time,
bang for your buck, I really like that, man.
But at the same time, though, it was already they didn't have to develop a totally new version of the 6.2 supercharged V8. It was already there.
Yeah.
It was already there, prime for the fucking picking.
Do you think
shove that shit under the hood? It's a giant SUV. It'll fit.
Now, do you think dropping that big motor into it mess with the displacement of the entire car, like the entire physics
No,
of it?
because the only difference between the Blackwing and that slightly older ZR1, it's tuning. It's all software. It's the same 6.2 supercharged V8. It's the exact same
Okay.
motor, same size, same everything.
Because then I figured weight displacement.
No,
maybe,
not at all.
But
It's all. The only difference is tuning. That's it.
yeah, it's
Tuning.
just
That's
straight
it.
tuning.
That's it. It's they're both 6.2 supercharged. They.
Well, then they should have
I-
went with it then.
I'm sorry. I love it, but you dropped the ball. If you wanted to make a world-beating SUV, that's what you should have done. I'm not sorry for saying that. You fucked up.
It looks like Cadillac fucked up a lot.
They did. They fucked up.
Out of 1 out of 10, out of all the 10 cars, they fucked up at least 8 times.
Well, that shouldn't be it, actually.
It said 10.
Well, I thought we were leading up to the Celestique, but I'm going to click on this link right here, and we're going to talk about it, damn it. That's what I thought we were doing.
Fucking shit does look good, though.
Fucking
In
asshole.
the front.
Dude, this whole thing looks fucking amazing, and we're about to look at all 19 of these pictures.
Well, let's look at them. Real talk, bro. This is real talk.
Price aside, everything about this car is amazing.
Price is what, $250?
They're going to start at 2 and go to 3.
Just fucking start at 3 with all the options already attached to it. Just let people pick what the fuck they want.
Well,
and you're going to sell these like hotcakes. So you don't have to worry about fucking from 100 different trim levels.
Okay, so
God, that looks so fucking good.
those of you that don't know that are watching, this is Cadillac's upcoming first all electric this will be their flagship sedan, and they're going to call it the Celestique.
Luxury, pure luxury.
They're going after the fucking top dogs in luxury. They're going after Rolls. They're going after Bentley. Not the ultra high end Bentley and Rolls, but they're going after Rolls and Bentley in the, if you want to call it, the middle segment.
Yeah, you're talking Flying Spur, Ghost,
Right.
Wraith,
Yeah.
that kind
That's
of.
where they're going for in
way
with
yeah.
this vehicle. And it absolutely needs to have that Hummer EV powertrain.
Yes, regardless.
It absolutely has to have at least that powertrain. It needs to have 500 miles of range.
Yes.
And I want to know what materials they're using. I want to know all of the tech that they're using. I'm not 100% sure this is 100% what it's going to look like because it hasn't made its official debut yet. But everything that we're about to see, I could maybe justify 200. 300's pushing it, bro.
300 with really high-end luxury
300's pushing it. So, all right, let's take a look at some pictures here. You got the front end.
Okay, the front looks amazing. The side profile looks amazing.
Front's fantastic. Here's the rear.
That's where they fucked it up.
I don't think so. The only thing that I don't like is this upper tail light.
Okay, maybe if they got rid of the upper tail light, I would say yes.
I like the line, the fastback esque lines.
It looks like a fucking Porsche or a Mercedes in the back.
This isn't the best picture of the rear. I have a really, really good picture.
I could live with the rear. I could live with the rear as long as the interior lives up to the picture we're about to see.
You're about to.
I could deal with the rear.
Bro.
The rear. I don't know. I'm going forward. Yeah, look at that shit. Look at that shit.
Full fucking digital dash. The center is digital, all touchscreen.
That's so
just look at this shit. Look at it.
That steering wheel looks like the one off the Mercedes Maybach.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it looks so fucking
It's
good.
insane, bro. Look at
Look
these
at
seats.
those seats.
Look at the seats.
That's the rear.
Nah. No, this is the. This is the rear.
Dude, they hit it out the park with the interior. They hit it so out of the park with the interior.
I'm gonna say not all of this will make production. Not all of it can.
For $300,000,
but
Cadillac make a fucking way to make that into production.
The majority of this shit better make production. The majority of it.
I will live with the ass end if the interior looks 100% like that. 100%.
Those wheels are sick.
Those wheels.
I love the wheels.
Yeah, they look good. Look at that interior,
dude.
Man.
It's insane, bro. It's insane. It's absolutely insane.
Look how sexy it is.
The build quality has to be there.
You know what you want to do?
These are going to be hand built, by the way.
Oh, I bet.
These are not going to be, on a normal assembly line like down here in Spring Hill. These are going to be 100% hand built.
You know what that makes me want to do, man? It's like when you meet that sexy woman, you just want to sit in the back and just rub your hands all over the fucking interior. Look how sexy that interior looks.
That's insane, dude. It's incredible.
You just want to like,
I love everything.
Slowly, just like enjoy the.
See, I want to show you a better angle of the rear. Like that photo you saw of the rear doesn't do it justice. You need to see it from kind of like a
top view,
like a more overhead view, because the line just looks so much better.
I just think maybe they need to get rid of it. I think even from the side, if they got rid of that light, it will look even better.
I agree with the light part.
I think it's over excessive with that light on the side. I think that's what it is. Over excessiveness.
Okay, so they're estimating 2 motors to make it all-wheel drive, a total of 630 horsepower. That's not enough.
No.
And 800 foot-pounds of torque.
No, listen.
Not enough. Use the Hummer fucking powertrain.
250,000%, man. You got to use the Hummer powertrain.
You have to.
Regardless. That's a standard.
Everything over $100,000 needs that powertrain.
100%, dude. It's a standard. It's a standard. Because
if that fucking abomination that you're considering calling a Camaro is going to use it, this needs to use it. Period. 55-inch diagonal LED illuminated dash.
That's so fucking badass. That's like going into Best Buy and you see that 100-foot
That's almost screen, a 5-foot fucking screen, dude. Almost 5 feet of screen.
That's like having a 100-foot screen on your wall,
dude.
That's what every man wants.
Insane. That's insane, dude.
That's what every man wants is a big-ass TV.
I love it all around. I see your argument with that goofy top tail light.
I think they overdid it with that. I think if they just get rid of that fucking light.
I need you to see a better picture of that rear.
Maybe make it all glass. I don't know, man.
Oh, the roof is all glass.
No, I'm like this side part. The side, maybe.
I don't know.
But yeah, no. I think the light is or get rid of the top part of the light, leave the bottom.
Understate it.
Yes.
I can see that. All right, here, let me see. Let's see if we got a little bit better view of the rear in this video. I know you guys can't hear it. I apologize for that, but
we can.
It's not about the audio. I just want to. It's more about the visual.
This video is not sponsored by Michelin.
Okay, this is only a minute long, so maybe we can get a better view of the rear here. Oh, we're going to take a look at that. That's a Cadillac, too.
I thought that was the McLaren Speedtail, dude.
No.
This shit looked like it.
Not at all.
This shit looked like it from here. Oh, it's so bad. Oh, God, that is sexiness.
Yeah, full. I think a solar panel roof, actually, which it should be. I love the name. This video sucks. This video is shit. All right, I don't know. I don't even know what the fuck this is. We're about to look at this.
I think that's
Inner Space Halo concept.
Yeah, that's just a concept bullshit.
I get that, but I still want to look at it real quick. By the way, I don't have a wheel talk question.
Neither do I. It's been a long fucking few
I know.
days,
We need to crack down on that shit. Like
that looks like a Speedtail, man. It did for a second.
I can see where you mistook it.
Right there at the SM.
Yeah. That exaggeratedly long rear end.
Holy the glass.
Shit. What?
That's pretty cool looking.
Open top, T-tops. Show the damn car, damn it. Oh, that's crazy.
That's actually pretty damn cool.
I think it's cool looking.
Her rain jacket's pretty damn cool, too.
I like the wheels. Those wheels are crazy.
I like those. I want to see how it opens up.
So do I. I'm pretty sure we will.
Oh, that's fucking cool. That's fucking cool.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that's so dope.
Come on. Show it opening, please. Show it opening.
Dude, the way that shit did that was cool.
Come on, I want to see it open. Yes! Oh, it's fucking cool.
Dude, that's a mix between a Speedtail and a Cadillac. I'd buy
Holy
that shit.
That's cool.
I'd buy that shit. People, this is the future.
Absolutely it is. And there are brands that want to bring to market steering wheel-less vehicles.
Dude,
fully autonomous.
when they get the whole autonomous system down, that shit will be the coolest thing to drive in.
Yeah, dude. That is cool. I like everything about that.
That's dope.
That's fucking cool as shit.
I like it a lot.
Yeah. I like that cool. I like it too.
Cool, man. I like it. It's pretty cool, dude.
Yeah. All right, well that's all I got. Did you
Did I what?
Did you have anything that you found?
No, I had nothing. Nothing.
That's all I got.
Like I said, it's been a fucking long few days, dude. I ain't had time to think. I've been trying to look, and I just have way too much shit on my mind, so I haven't even had time to look at for anything.
Good, dude.
So yeah,
I look every day as much as I can, and I don't know. I found some interesting shit this week.
we already had real talk. We talked for real about that damn fucking Cadillac Celestique.
We showed it.
We showed it. Celestique. That's how you say that shit, people. Celestique. Remember that.
Well, Serge, it sucks you got here late, but you think you got here?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, man. Like I said, man, I was trying to rush that meeting, but
no.
you know,
don't need to rush ever. I mean, I'd have blabbed on for a little less than this, but
I wish I would have worked yesterday, not today. But that's how it worked.
Yeah,
it's whatever.
Good. It's all good, man.
So,
I think that's gonna do it for this week. Like I said, no wheel talk. Really been slacking on that, but it's fucking difficult to come up with random questions every single week.
Yeah,
it really is. It's difficult to come up with questions like that. So I might just do away with that part of it.
We'll figure something out.
Maybe
we'll
figure something else out.
Wheel
to
talk.
Replace it with.
Wheel talk becomes into real talk.
Maybe we can replace it. I have an idea of how we might be able to do that.
You heard it here first. Might replace it.
Might replace Wheel Talk with Junkyard Gems.
They had some barnyard gems the other day I saw.
Oh, barn finds are all over the place. We could do that. We could do Junkyard Gems.
Dude.
We could do like obscure vehicles for sale. I don't know. We'll figure something.
On the way out to David's house.
Yeah.
Going down the road down what is that 431?
Mm-hmm.
Or going out towards the Amish. There's right before you pull into the Amish where I buy a lot of wood from. There's like a bunch of fucking old cars sitting in the field, just rotting away.
Mm-hmm.
And he has one of the Dukes of Hazzard car. My mind's going blank.
The Charger.
Yeah. Sitting there. Just sitting there, waiting. Like it's every time I drive by, it begs. Like I can hear it say, "Hey, somebody come fix me up."
What
please.
kind of shape is it in?
The body looks like it's in good shape. It needs a new paint job.
Well, obviously,
the interior needs to be 100% done. But like, dude, you get that car for free.
Oh, for free? Shit.
Fuck man, yeah, you dude. Can. Holy shit.
Yeah, I would take anything for free.
He's got
I'd take a damn Cimarron for free.
He's got an old school, I think 1950s, somewhere in the 50s, Chevy pickup truck.
Yeah.
He's got one sitting there, dude. They got all kinds, and he's got signs over there that says no trespassing.
Well, I'm sure.
I'm like, dude, you're fucking letting these cars sit here and rot to death, man.
Well, you probably have to call ahead or something, or you might have to know him to even come on the property.
I'm like, shit, dude.
That's kind of silly though. If you're trying to sell the shit.
No, he's not selling it. That's the thing is they're just sitting there rotting, dude.
What the hell's the point?
I'm like, dude, just fucking sell those cars.
You got a gold mine.
Yeah, for real gold mine.
That's fucking stupid. He's an idiot.
There's probably like 20 cars sitting there.
Yeah, he's a fucking idiot.
Anyway, it's probably some old dude. Who cares?
Probably.
Whatever.
Well,
you snooze, you lose, dude.
Hopefully, once he fucking kicks the bucket, those vehicles will find a decent home. I don't wish that
I
on
hope
you.
so.
I don't wish that on you, bro. But you're gonna die. We all are. So,
Eventually, one of these days.
fucking release the hounds and fucking let those things go to somebody that's gonna show them some love and resurrect them.
Now that's what I
Fucking
call
asshole.
real talk.
Fucking asshole.
Bitches. This shit is actually really good, dude.
Dude, it's fucking delicious. And it's only $40. Crazy. Anyway,
it smells so good.
That's gonna do it for this week. We thank you for returning. And new
Next
viewers.
week's a big week, dude.
What's next? Oh yeah. We
Next
got the motherfucking Music City Grand Prix next week.
That's gonna be a big week.
Hell yeah. It pisses me off. I'm supposed to work Saturday.
That's Saturday?
Yeah. I'll be able to make the race, obviously.
I'm fucking going.
I'll be able to make Andy's race, but I want to go the whole fucking
What time
day.
are you getting off?
3:15.
Oh man, dude, you might as well take some X-Lax now and shit your brains out from here to there and tell them you can't work.
No. I mean, I'll be able to make Andy's race, and we'll be able to go in the paddock and all that. I want to be able to go all day.
Well, I'm probably going to be there all day.
I'm hoping that they cancel it because yesterday and today we left on time.
Yeah, there's a good chance they'll cancel it then.
So I'm really hoping they cancel that one.
It's 50-50.
The other two next month, I don't care. I'll work those. I don't want to work that first Saturday. If I have to, I have to. But
It is
whatever.
what it is, but I'll be there.
Yeah,
Taking snaps.
Next week's the Music City Grand Prix. We are 100% looking forward to that. It's gonna be super fun. Bring your fucking headphones because it's loud.
Don't need them. Already want to go deaf.
What
are you talking about, man?
I'm already mostly deaf.
You want to be deaf. These women
Shit.
nag the shit out of you, dude. What do you
Well,
want to go home and...
That's 100% on that.
No. Boop. Turn the hearing aid off.
That's already on the horizon. I'm definitely gonna have to get one.
Shit, that's too funny.
I'm already gonna have to get one. But anyway,
All right, cool, man.
Shirts and hats are still available. Everybody, I got plenty of them right here, buddy. Shirts are 20, hats 25. You buy both, I'll throw you a bone. I'll give them to you for 40.
For $40.
$40. They
Shit,
fit.
you can't even buy a double cheeseburger for $40 anymore.
Almost.
Shit.
They're so comfortable. The shirts.
They really are.
I've never worn one of the hats because they're adjustable, and I don't do adjustable hats.
Oh shit, man! I'm gonna snag me one.
They're in the car.
I'm gonna have to wear one because I do wear adjustable hats. I think they're a little bit breathable.
Well, they're the Velcro kind.
Oh yeah, even better.
Okay.
Especially for work and shit.
They're camo.
Oh, dude, cool, camo.
That's it's got this part of the logo on the front, and they're cool hats. But I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of adjustable hats.
Shit.
But anyway, if any of you local guys are available, come out to the fucking Grand Prix. We'll be there. Hit us up. It'll be a fun time.
We'll be there out there wheeling and dealing.
All 3 days we're gonna be there.
Yes, sir.
Fuck yeah.
Took the whole week off.
Well, I tried to take Friday off, and I would have had Saturday off at that point, but they didn't give it to me. Assholes.
Well,
but it is what it is. I'm still gonna go all 3 days.
It's just being the boss. I'll just fucking take off. See you later.
Well, that's a perk. But I'll still be there all 3 days. Just won't be there all day. But anyway, that's gonna do it for this week. Again, thank you. We appreciate everybody viewing, commenting, returning, doing what we do, watching us on Facebook, YouTube, or on Instagram. This guy was running Instagram, but he's not doing a very good job.
Yeah, dude, I've been so fucking busy. It's been bad.
No,
it's been bad.
Good, dude.
I gotta step my shit up, man.
It's all good. We're on more platforms. I'm actually going to link my Twitter account to this. So
shit, dude, you're throwing out tweets now?
I don't
fucking guys.
I don't tweet.
He's gonna be tweeting out there.
I mostly follow comedians on there, so
comedians are funny.
But I'm gonna stream this to Twitter. This is what I meant. So we'll be on a different platform. I'm trying to get us everywhere that I know to get us, just to broaden our viewership, if you will. So that is what it is.
Cool.
Yep. That's gonna do it. We'll see you guys next week. Everybody have fun.
Yeah. Cool. See you.